What's up, everyone? It's Kyle here, and welcome to episode number 1 of Fandom Media Focus. I'm super excited to be here today. I'm just brewing some coffee, and yeah, we're going to talk about a lot. We're going to talk about what Fandom Media Focus means, what kind of stuff we are going to be covering on this new podcast on the channel. And like I said, we got like 5 or 6 topics we're going to cover today. We're going to go for a little bit over an hour. That's going to be kind of the runtime of these things, but we're going to be doing a new live stream every Monday. And yeah, just really looking forward to chatting with all of you awesome people. I see Rick Hoppy, the Maester of Coffee, in chat. What's going on? We have Anthony Shaddix, who says, I miss Comic-Con. I miss cons too. It's crazy that we don't really have any of that this year. It's unfortunate what's going on, but we'll discuss that a little bit. I see Amy Collins Russell. What's going on, Amy? Nice to see you. So right now, I'm just pushing down on my French press. I'm getting the coffee ready. And yeah, we will get into the news in just a couple moments. How's everybody doing, by the way? Everybody, did you guys all have a good Monday? Starting off your Tuesdays, right? There we go. I love my French press. I almost never use my coffee machine anymore. I'm just pretty much exclusively using the French press. All right, everyone, and cheers. So yeah, for those of you that are in chat right now, if you hit the join button on the channel, we got some fun new emotes got to show you. I posted it just above, but I'll post them again. So we have the hype train, right? Boom. There's the hype train. Hype train will always be a thing on the channel. Love the hype train. There we go. Got the hype train. Next, we have toss a coin. People like to toss a coin to your YouTuber. So we have this. Boom. We have the 8-bit Mario coin. Ding, 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 ding. So anytime someone makes a donation, we'll spam that. Then we have Geralt of Rivia in emoji form. How friggin' hilarious is this, everyone? Look at this. Lol. It looks so stupid. Then we have this. 1 second, let me grab it. We have a Mandalorian helmet as a new emoji. There we go. It's called the Fando. I completely revamped the Patreon, and since we're called Fandom Media now, I figured that all of you should be called the Fandalorians or the Fandos. So we got the Fando helmet there, and then we have the last one. While we're doing some gaming, and just people are being awesome in general, thank you for helping the channel level up. We have Mario saying level up. So yeah, we got 5 new emojis. These are special for the people that hit that join button, $4.99 a month. If you're interested, of course, you can do that. If not, that's totally cool too. But we have new channel memberships with bonus content and fun new emojis. So yeah, let's get into some news. I did see Henry Cavill build his new PC gaming rig, Anthony. That was super cool. It went really viral on Twitter, right? It was had like 100,000 retweets or something like that. Pretty crazy. Henry's really popular, and he's a good-looking guy. I mean, you know what's really awesome about that is someone that is that good-looking, that is that well-known, that is known to like play World of Warcraft, that is known to play these Command and Conquer games, that is known to play The Witcher 3. It's really encouraging because I think we have this perception of what gamers look like, male gamers and female gamers look like. And for male gamers especially, it's nice to know that someone can be fit and they can be healthy. And, there's this kind of perception that, oh my God, like you must be like a bigger person or must be unhealthy if you're gaming all the time. So yeah, love Henry Cavill. But what we're going to get into is we're going to get into the news, everyone. And what we're going to do, it's going to be really fun. I'm going to screen cap some articles. And what we're going to do is we're going to get into the first one. Comic-Con. San Diego Comic-Con. How to watch San Diego Comic-Con 2020 panels and events from home. So obviously, this year, unfortunately, the pandemic has made it very difficult for things to happen, right? Like Con of Thrones is canceled, Dragon Con is canceled. It's unfortunate, but health and safety of the people first, right? Like these large gatherings, if we get these people together, coronavirus is going to spread like crazy. And a lot of these big conventions are in the United States of America. Unfortunately, uh, that does not have things under control. So here's how the article starts, and it's written by. And by the way, if you want to follow along with these articles, all the articles are in the description of the video. So you just scroll down the description of the video, you can follow along and read along with the articles. Due to COVID-19 restrictions, San Diego Comic-Con will be held virtually this year, and hopefully attendees can kiss the long lines at hectic halls goodbye because the entire event will be available online and free of charge. Comic-Con had been yearly held in San Diego, usually draws over 130,000 attendees a year. Because the convention center in which it hosts often maxes out space, satellite locations, and hosts auxiliary events, this year it won't be happening. So really, really unfortunate. This is actually the 50th year anniversary. The Comic Con at home, it would have been a huge celebration. There was a lot of people who actually pulled out of San Diego Comic Con this year. Unfortunately, like Marvel is not going to be there, even though, like it's stated here, there will be a new Mutants panel, which is really cool. And I think what we're actually going to do is, we'll talk about some of the panels that are going to be on there. But maybe this weekend, I'll do a live stream and we can live watch some of the panels together. I'm only interested in a few of them, like The Boys. We can maybe watch the Picard one. There's a Joss Whedon one. There's some other cool ones. But yeah, so San Diego Comic Con is going to be held virtually. So it's a little bit different. It's going to be cool. But there will still be really cool news. So like I said, unfortunately, this is just something that has to happen this year. We can't have big events like this, and we're risking. There's old cosplayers, there's young cosplayers, there's middle-aged cosplayers. We're just putting everyone at risk if we're continuing these large events. So, anyways, at exactly 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Wednesday, July 22nd, ComicCon.org will become Comic-Con at Home. The participants will find the online exhibition hall with roughly 700 exhibitors featured. There are over 350 panels and programs that will be available on YouTube, with gaming activities planned for Discord as well. The Comic-Con Museum will also continue to offer interactive content throughout the weekend. Official merchandise will be available throughout the merch store. So a lot of the same stuff is still going to be available. It's just going to be virtual. So let's scroll down a little bit. Okay, let's go to this. So just kind of a how-to. This year's Comic-Con will take place at home, obviously, on YouTube. Just have to search it up. Coronavirus. Unfortunately, several major studios are not going to be there. I mean, the major studios were starting to cancel when they knew it wasn't going to be an in-person event, right? Like they got to do all these other things. Movies have been pushed back. They have to focus on other things than trying to do this virtual event, which is not going to have as big of an impact as San Diego Comic-Con would naturally have. If it was all held in person. So, unfortunately, like I said, there isn't going to be that many high impact things that are going to be happening. But there's going to be a Boys Season 2 panel. For those of you that love The Boys, Boys is an awesome show. I just got started on Season 1, so I'm super excited about that. That is something potentially that we will be covering on the channel. There's going to be something to do with Picard. And there's also going to be a New Mutants panel. So, pretty cool. Not exactly what we asked for, but the fact that it's still happening virtually and people can still hang out and geek out is a super cool thing. And it's something that we might have to become accustomed to, right? Like this is something that we don't know if coronavirus is still going to be a big thing next year. Like we can't just necessarily say, hey, it's going to go away. There needs to be a vaccine and stuff like that. So yeah, unfortunately, San Diego Comic-Con will be virtual, but good news, we can still hang out. So everybody in chat, would you like me to do maybe a live stream for some of these panels? If we can do like some live commentary and kind of just listen and sit down and chill and maybe hang out and watch a couple of them together. Is that something that you're interested? Let me know. That is certainly something that I could explore. You know, we have new capabilities with me knowing the ins and outs of Streamlab OBS, which we're streaming from today. So that is something that we could totally do. Hey, what's Gal Gadot is an absolute. She's actually a goddess. She's just absolutely beautiful. What's going on, Helen? Nice to see you. What's up, Toby? Nice to see you again, Amanda. What's going on? How is your ankle, Amanda? Are you feeling a little bit better? So yeah, San Diego Comic-Con is going to be held virtually. Let's go take a look if we can see. All right. Let's go check out San Diego Comic-Con. I don't know if they released the schedule yet, everyone, so we'll just I didn't see it the last time. But let's go to Games Radar. Let's bring this one up too. Let's see if they have. Or is it on comiccon.com? Is there anything specifically like are any of you interested in watching the New Mutants panel or the Boys panel, or is that something that's like not really? It doesn't have a panel schedule up yet. Yeah, so I guess, oh, okay, here we go. Let me screen cap this. All right, here's the panel schedule. Let me get this up for everyone. So, okay, schedule for Thursday, July 23rd, Star Trek Universe, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Kickstart the weekend with a star-studded panel of actors and writers for the Star Trek franchise. Cast and crew from Star Trek Discovery Season 3 and Picard will be present. So it's going to be like a Zoom call. Nobody will like be in person together, but yeah, maybe Patrick Stewart will be on that, and some of the I don't know how many of you watch Star Trek Universe. It's not something that I watch personally, but something that you could totally check out. Solar Opposites, who's is going to be at 11 a.m. Who's Most Watched Original Comedy Series is going to be there. Truth Seekers will be at 12 a.m. I've never heard of this before. Oh, Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. So they're going to be doing a Q&A. That's going to be really interesting. Oh, here's a good one. 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. His Dark Materials. The second season of BBC and HBO collaboration, His Dark Materials, is well on the way. Thursday's panel will bring together executive producers Jack Thorne and Jane Tranter, along with members such as Daphne Keane, Ruth Wilson, and Andrew Scott, and Lin-Manuel Miranda to give us a sneak peek at what we can expect for Season 2. So that's going to be pretty cool. Dark Materials is very popular. Some of you in chat probably watch that, right? 2 p.m. There's going to be this one I kind of want to check out because Maisie Williams is in it, and New Mutants is part of the Marvel universe, and yeah, it's had some bumps in the roads with production and not coming out, but let's check this out. It says, will Fox's Mutant Teens make it out of the release date held this August? We certainly hope so. In the meantime, join cast members Maisie Williams, Anya Taylor-Joy, and Charlie Heaton, along with Blue Hunt, Henry Zaga, and Josh Boone, who will be, directing the panel, I guess. And check out the latest trailer here. So we could watch the trailer. Let's check it out. Okay. Let's watch the trailer 1 second. By the way, everyone, I'm getting a new computer into 2-3 weeks, so we will have here 1 sec.
Face your greatest fear and makes her live through it. Roberto? Sam? Juliana? Danny? Rain? We can get out of this together.
This place is designed to keep us inside.
He's right. It's magic. So am I.
That was so hot.
The New Mutants, rated PG-13 and untreated.
July 23rd. Don't miss the New Mutants panel at Comic-Con at home.
That actually looks pretty rad. I mean, I think what we'll do is we'll probably cover that panel since we're gonna be covering Marvel stuff on the channel. We'll check that out. The Boys, 3 p.m. The Boys season 2 is on its way, and actor Jack Quaid, who plays Huey, says no one is ready, really no one. So set your alarms and be sure to join Quaid along with other cast members Carl Urban, Aaron Moriarty, Chase Crawford, and more to learn more about the upcoming season. So this is something that I think we should cover too. Since it's 2 p.m. and 3 p.m., we can probably do this at the same. I mean, we could just watch these back to back, right? Maybe we can do the Dark Materials one too. I haven't seen Dark Materials yet, but maybe this is something that we could also check out too at the same time since they're back to back, and just do like a 2 or 3 hour live stream and check it out. But yeah, The Boys, great TV show if you haven't checked it out. I checked out the first 3 episodes or 4 episodes so far, and I really enjoyed it. It does something really different with superheroes, and I may even be having a discussion on the channel about it sooner than later with Sean Pink, who does History of Westeros show stuff. So yeah, that's something that I would can certainly do. I know some of you watch The Boys in chat, so yeah, that's something that we can totally check out. What do we think about the Thursday panels? Anything that's really interesting on the Thursday for everyone, or is it kind of lackluster? Yeah, Helen does an awesome Wonder Woman cosplay. Oh, Helen, by the way, since you're here, you know the join button that we got? We got Mandalorian helmet. We got new Mandalorian helmet emojis. Check this out. Boom. Hell yeah. Oh, Anthony, that's not Gemma. That's our friend Mando. Kate Bertinsky, what's going on? So somebody said, so boys panel? I love, so Tinkerbell says, I loved his Dark Materials. I'm looking forward to season 2. Okay, Jen Sinet says the boys panel. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Okay, so let's take a look at the Friday schedule. So on Thursday, his Dark Materials, the New Mutants, and the Boys are the panels that really stand out. There's also a Star Trek panel if you're into Picard and Star Trek Discovery. So let's go check out. Everything, folks. Okay, Friday schedule. Charlize Theron at 10 a.m. in the morning, Evolution of a Badass. So fresh from Netflix's The Old Guard, Charlize Theron will be doing a Q&A on Friday about her long celebrated career. Expect her to talk about everything from Fast and the Furious to Mad Max Fury Road. So that could be kind of cool. She's been in a lot of cool movies. I haven't checked out The Old Guard yet, but I know a bunch of people that have watched it and said that it was good. Marvel Comics, 11 a.m. This is a must-watch event for any Marvel Comics fan, featuring creators from Dan Slott, Al Ewing, and Nick Spencer. The panel will break down all of the latest comic book news and discuss such things as the return of Green Goblin and Werewolf by Night. So that can be kind of cool. Something that we could possibly check out. I got a Witcher live stream at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday. I haven't decided if I'm going to play The Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt or talk about some Witcher Season 2 news. I'll probably do some Witcher show stuff on Friday, so I'm not sure if we'll be covering this San Diego Comic-Con stuff on Friday, but let's continue. Lucasfilm publishing stories from a galaxy far, far away. Following the news of the upcoming books and comics exploring the High Republic era in Star Wars, this panel is sure to be exciting. Share some exciting developments surrounding the Star Wars book tie-ins. So that's going to be pretty cool. 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is going to be AMC's Fear the Walking Dead and AMC's The Walking Dead. So that's going to be pretty interesting. The one at 1 p.m. with the original Walking Dead is going to have Norman Reedus, who plays Daryl, and then we have also Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who plays Negan. So that's something that's going to be really popular. I think this one's probably going to be a super popular panel on Friday, but it's something that I'm not going to check out. I just stopped watching The Walking Dead. I'm a bigger fan of the graphic novels, and in my opinion, the shows just went down in quality. It's just not for me anymore. 3 p.m. HBO's Max adult animation. I'm not into that. Hulu's got Hellstorm at 3 p.m. Bob's Burgers will be at 4 p.m. Archer will be at 5 p.m. So not really anything on Friday that I think will cover everyone, but that's what's going to be happening on Friday. And then we have Saturday's schedule, July 25th. There's going to be The Simpsons at 11 a.m. So that'll be kind of interesting. I don't watch The Simpsons anymore. I used to watch it back in the day. Bill and Ted Face the Music at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Keanu Reeves will be there to... This will be a cool panel. I think this, because they're doing the sequel, right? And Kevin Smith. Okay, that's super cool. So Kevin Smith, I'm a big fan of Kevin Smith. He's going to be moderating this panel. That could be something maybe that we could check out. Probably not, though. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the stories and science behind mutants, androids, spaces, and aliens. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., longest running live action series comes to its end after season 7. This panel will be compelling retrospective looking back at the show's world building with its writers, cast members. So that's going to be pretty cool. That'll be something that's interesting. HBO's Lovecraft Country with Jordan Peele and J.J. Abrams is going to be going into some really interesting and controversial things. They're going to be like, this is a pretty controversial story, and it's going to be interesting to see how they adapt it on HBO. HBO is known to have a mature network, so they can cover more mature themes, so stuff like racism and stuff like that. So this one's going to be really interesting. I don't know if you have heard of this show that's being in development, but J.J. Abrams and Jordan Peele are two excellent names that are attached to the series, so that might be something you want to check out. And What We Do in the Shadows at 5 p.m., which is a super funny comedy about vampires. So that's the San Diego Comic-Con virtual con. I think that Wednesday we will probably do a 2-hour live stream on the New Mutants and the Boys panels maybe. And we'll just hang out and we'll just kind of just check out what they have to say. Hell yeah. So what does everybody think about online conventions? Is everybody kind of interested in this? Like Dragon Con is going to be doing some of this. I think I haven't really heard too much back about that. I've asked a few questions, but yeah, I was supposed to go to Dragon Con this year and cover it again. You guys know I love Dragon Con, but it's just not a thing. So we'll have to, yeah. Unfortunately, there's no Dragon Con this year. So shall we move on to the next topic? Let's talk a little bit about some gaming. Let's go to talk about the Xbox Series X. So what's going to be happening is there's been an announcement that, that Xbox Series X is going to have this great list of exclusive games, first-party games. We know that the PS4 and Sony, have had amazing first-party games like Ghost of Tsushima, which we have been playing. We're going to play later on the channel. I think we're going to start streaming at 4 or 5 p.m. But Xbox One really lost the games race against the PS4. Now they have a new system that's going to be coming around Christmas time, and it's going to be a super powerful system. It's going to be more powerful than the PS5, and they're looking for games to compete with the amazing exclusives that Sony is going to have. And this weekend, there's actually going to be the Xbox Game Showcase. It's going to be an hour. It's going to be really cool. They're going to be doing previews for a bunch of different games. And one thing that I think we're going to see is Halo Infinite. So this is something that I think that they need to launch with the Xbox Series X at Christmas time. If it comes out with Halo Infinite, with the Halo games being so popular as they have been, it'll be a huge boom, right? But if they are lacking these first party titles, like if this isn't ready for the launch of Christmas time, the holiday season, and the Xbox Series X, they're going to be in big trouble because the PS5 is going to have some pretty crazy games like Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and some other great games that they're going to be coming out. Like Cyberpunk is going to be on both systems, but I mean, still, you want to have these first-party exclusive games. So this weekend, this is something that is going to be happening this weekend on the, I think it's the 23rd. Let's go check out the exact date on it. But this is something that we can potentially, Xbox Games Showcase. So let's go check out the Xbox page just to get all the information correct. And by the way, thank you everyone for joining me. I really, really appreciate it. So you can tune in at Xbox.com, and the Xbox Games Showcase will be on July 23rd at 9 a.m. So which day is that? Is that Thursday? That's Friday, right? So Thursday. It's going to be Thursday, 9 a.m. It's going to be on Twitter. What are all the different platforms? Twitter, Facebook. It's going to be also on Twitch and on YouTube. And basically what they're going to be doing is there's just going to be gameplay. So this is really an interesting thing that happens when you have, E3. You have all of these different developers and they're giving their spiels and they're doing presentations. Basically, there's going to be like zero presentation. There's just going to be gameplay. It's going to be a full hour. There's going to be like 9 or 8 titles, maybe more. And it's going to be something that's really important for Xbox to nail. They need to start generating hype for people to get excited for these systems because the pre-orders are coming soon, right? Like Amazon and all of like Best Buy and all of these different sites have started uploading information about these systems that are going to be coming out. And when the pre-orders come out, you better bet they're going to sell out, right? Like as soon as the pre-orders come out, there's going to be a limited amount that is going to be available. And the PS5 is 100% going to sell out. So the Xbox Game Showcase, they need to showcase great first-party titles, and they need to make sure that they're competing. Right, so Halo Infinite, just in this Polygon article, you can find it in the description of the video. There's been a ton of learning in the studio, they said, and what it actually means to have a collection of great games. And this is the game that they want to continue building that collection with. And if you go back and watch some of the other Xbox game showcases and you've seen some of the Halo Infinite stuff, we need gameplay, right? They can show trailers, they can hype it up, they can do all of this thematic stuff they can show us, but we need to see gameplay. If they can show gameplay and they can show off amazing graphics and they can show that this is the next like this is going to be a 10-10 game or 9 out of 10 game, then that'll be something that is really, really important for them. Now, something else that is super interesting that I think that could actually be huge, and one thing that is maybe not considered by too many people is we got Call of Duty, right? Call of Duty, these battle royale games, we have Fortnite, we have all of these games where you have like 100 to 150 players and you can do squads or you can do solos and you can eliminate the other. What if Halo did a battle royale? That would be really crazy, right? It's something like Call of Duty. Halo did a battle royale with like vehicles, like fun vehicles, like this huge arena, and like this like different planets you can do battle royale on. Well, I think that would be something that if they did develop it, it could friggin' change the game. So I don't necessarily know that that's something that's in development, but if it is, man, I think people would be all over that because Call of Duty year to year, it's like the same kind of game. And don't get me wrong, I try each one out because I've been playing Call of Duty for years. But this would be something that would be unique, right? So we'll see what happens with that. Halo Infinite is like the one I'm predicting for sure is going to happen. Another one that's being rumored to be at the Xbox Game Showcase is Ninja Theory's Hellblade. Now, I don't know if you have played Hellblade, but their number 2 is being is in development. So that is something that is being teased for the Xbox Games Showcase. Also, a new Minecraft is being teased, as you can see here. So Minecraft is one of the best-selling games in the world, one of the most streamed games in the world, something that is being rumored, the next Minecraft. Also, other games like Fable. Imagine Fable. Remember how popular Fable was back in the day? That's another one that's being rumored, so that's huge. Perfect Dark, some of these other games, some of these games that were super popular in the past with like the Xbox 360 that can be remade for next generation new games. So it's going to be really interesting to see what the Xbox Game Showcase does. That's going to be on July 23rd, Thursday morning at 9 a.m. What I can't is it Pacific Standard Time or Eastern? So Pacific Standard Time, so it'll be noon Eastern Standard Time. So it's going to be really interesting. We'll see what happens. I might check that one out. You know what? I'll probably stream that and watch that live. And we'll do a reaction. And we can all hang out. So what's next? Let's get rid of that. Shall we talk a little? Do we want to talk some Disney Plus? Let me know in chat. Do we want to talk about some Disney Plus and Marvel? Let me know in chat if y'all want to talk about that. Kate says, I like the idea. It's impossible to travel for everything, so the ability to catch some of these contents, some of this content remotely is great. And I agree. PlayStation, I mean, I don't know if it's a bit, yeah, I mean, I think PlayStation does have a bigger market, Rick. Yeah, I think it does. So, so we got some bad news. All right, everyone. Got some bad news. We're going to go to articles. And unfortunately, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This was going to be the first Marvel Disney Plus premiere. You can find this article on IGN. It's in the link in the description of the video. According to a report by Deadline, Marvel's The Falcon and the Winter Soldier will not be debuting on Disney Plus in August. The show isn't present in the recent Disney Plus August releases, and the new date for Falcon and the Winter Soldier has not been announced yet. The production was first halted due to a series of earthquakes in Puerto Rico in January, and the cast and crew eventually shifted production to Atlanta before moving to Czech Republic, where it got shut down for the COVID-19 pandemic. Another series, WandaVision, seems to be on track for a 2020 release on Disney+. The show is set to be premiered in December, and The Mandalorian will be debuting in October. So, a little bit of bad news, unfortunately. I mean, maybe it's not the worst thing in the world. Maybe they can work the scripts even more. That's one thing that's kind of a silver lining about all of this, right? You can work on these scripts. You can, like the Witcher showrunners, for example. Delayed production. They've been talking about how they've been crafting the scripts, how they've been refining things, how they've been trying to make sure that the things that they are including are the best possible versions of the writing that you can get, right? So I think that's a super important thing that you got to do and take from all of this. Like, yeah, it's a negative, but there is some positive in it too, right? And hopefully next year the pandemic will be hopefully soon the pandemic will be completely gone. But 2021 is going to be a spectacular year for content and movies and television and video games and all sorts of stuff. So I'm crossing my fingers that 2020 is just this outlier year. You know what I mean? It's just a blip on the radar, and next year's going to be a much better year. But unfortunately, the Winter Soldier and Falcon delayed. So that was when I was that was when I was really excited for, because I was like, oh man, there's not that many shows that usually come out in the summertime. Like usually there's Stranger Things, but that drops all at once. And I love the Disney Plus format, right? Like Mandalorian has had 8 episodes and they drop weekly. Well, if Falcon and the Winter Soldier would have dropped in August, you best bet I would have been making 4 or 5 videos in that a week. You know what I mean? So unfortunate, a little bit bummed out about that, but let's go check out another article from MCU Direct. It's a cool website that has lots of great information about the Winter Soldier, or this Marvel Cinematic Universe in general. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier new casting confirms Avengers Endgame connection. In the aftermath, so who's running this article? Pierre. And you can find this, Pierre Chanlu, you can find this article in the description of the video. In the aftermath of Avengers Infinity War, Thanos has succeeded in his grand plan and wiped out half of all life in the universe. This included many of our heroes, including their loved ones, like Clint Barton's, aka Hawkeye's whole family. In order to cope with this loss and sense of injustice, Hawkeye decided to don a new identity, Ronin. So you can see him here. It was for the next 5 years he would massacre groups, criminal enterprises, including his last rampage against the Yakuza, a Japanese gang. It was reported several months ago that Disney Plus, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, was casting for various gangs and criminal organizations, including the Yakuza, and more recently, sets of check out this bikers with symbols on their jacket that are connected to the Ogun symbol. Let's check out these. So there we go. Some cool jackets. But yeah, there's gonna be all sorts of cool different storylines that are going to be happening within the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and so they're going to be taking on different criminal organizations. It's going to kind of be interesting to see how Falcon and the Winter Soldier take on Captain America's mantle and split it between them, and how they deal with the lack of Captain America being in the Marvel Cinematic Universe anymore. So Falcon is, he's got the shield, but we got Bucky. I think they're going to share the mantle. It's going to be really interesting, and they're going to have to take on this guy, Baron Zemo. This is an older article. It's from Screen. You can find it in the description of the video. Daniel Bruhl is finally officially Baron Zemo in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So he was in Captain America Civil War. If you saw that movie, great villain. He's one of my favorite villains from the comics. If you have ever checked on Baron Zemo, he's in the Thunderbolts, which is actually this ragtag group that is pretty cool if you want to go check them out too. But yeah, it's pretty interesting because we didn't really get to see much more of this character, but the confirmation of Daniel Bruhl, who's a fantastic actor, being in The Winter Soldier and the Falcon and being kind of this flagship villain is going to be really, really interesting. So it says, at San Diego Comic-Con, Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige announced the Falcon and the Winter Soldier it would be premiering this fall. Of course, coronavirus has put a dent in that. Anthony Mackie, who is Falcon, and the Winter Soldier, Sebastian Stan, will be taking part in the show, obviously. Then they did this trailer, and they released the information that Daniel Bruhl will be filming scenes. I think there's a picture of... there it is. Daniel Bruhl on Instagram. Let's go check out this post. He's got his own director's chair. Super funny. So you want to go follow him on Instagram. Is it Daniel Bruhl? Let's check. The Daniel Bruhl on Instagram. Sidney Lumen, he's got a bottle of Perrier. And yeah, he's just one of the best villains in the Marvel universe. Doesn't have superpowers, uses his intelligence, his wisdom, his resources to get things done. So going to be really interesting to see how they move forward with this. But Daniel Bruhl is confirmed as Baron Zemo in the Winter Soldier and Falcon. So that's some pretty exciting news. They have kept things pretty much under wraps. There hasn't been a ton of information on all of these different characters that are going to be in the show. But let's go find a trailer for the Winter Soldier and Falcon. Go find a trailer. Like, I think they have one trailer so far that's out, Brett. And thanks for joining me again, everyone. Fandomedia Focus is going to be every Monday. It's going to be news like this. And what I kind of want to do too is, if you're interested, I have a Fandomedia email now for YouTube, Fandomedia Tube. You can find the link in the description of the video. Or, pardon me, join my Facebook group, and you can send me an email or make a post on Fandomedia on Facebook, and you can send me questions or topics that you would like to be featured in the podcast each week. So next week, I haven't decided what I'm going to cover in the podcast yet. I'll start doing that on Thursday or Friday. I'll see what happens with some of the Comic-Con stuff, see what happens with some of the Xbox Showcase stuff, and then I'll decide and plan my show for Monday. So I want all of you to have an active role in that. That's what it is. Fandomedia, this channel, is a place where all fandoms can come and have fun. So, yeah, my email is in the description of the video, Fandomedia Tube. The link is there, and also the link to my Facebook or any of my social medias. If you just want to reach out and chat to me on my Instagram or my Twitter, you can find that in the description of the video as well. So let's go find Falcon and the Winter Soldier trailer. Let's check out if this is the one. And Anthony, to answer your question about my my computer, I built it and picked out all the parts. It's an Alienware rig. It says it's going to be coming by the first week of August. So, unfortunately, due to coronavirus, there's like 3 weeks shipping time. One sec, everything's buffering. And my internet's been super slow. Come on. Let's work. One sec. This is being super slow. Yeah, I can't wait for the new computer because this is a laptop from 2017 and it's been crapping out on me. You know what? We're not gonna watch the trailer. My internet's not. Well, this computer is just absolute garbage. It just I can't deal with this lag anymore. But yeah, so new computers coming in. It's top of the line. So editing will be done faster. We can basically max out any type of PC gaming. We can play any game on the planet with this thing when it comes. So super excited for that. So the next thing. So unfortunately, like I said, Winter Soldier and Falcon delayed, but it is what it is. Next week, what we could cover, we can do another Disney Plus section next week. We could talk about The Mandalorian and all the different castings. Maybe Helen wants. I don't know if Helen's still listening. Maybe Helen will come on and be my special guest. We'll see. Let's close. I'm gonna close all of these different tabs. We don't need them anymore. But we're gonna go to Ghost of Tsushima. And like I said, anybody that wants to check out the stuff we're talking about, all the links to all this information is in the description of the video. So let's check this out. This is pretty interesting. This is Metacritic. So Metacritic is a place where the best critics in the gaming industry come to give their reviews for the best video games, whether it's on PS4, Nintendo Switch, PC gaming, Xbox. This is where it comes. Now, The Last of Us 2, which we did a full playthrough of The Last of Us 2. Let's go check that out first. There was huge backlash about The Last of Us 2, right? Big time backlash. Absolutely insane backlash. Let's go find it here. Okay, let's go here. And so I'll show you. So the critics gave it a score of 94. It's an amazing game. I love the game. I played it. But I did have, my quips with it. I did think it was a flawed game. Look at this, everyone. Now, some of these user reviews are not justified. Okay? Some of these people are just hateful trolls and they're saying shit and it's terrible, right? Plot is terrible. Hate Abby. It breaks my heart to write this, but I really did not expect such a poor story. My disappointment is immeasurable. The graphics are beautiful, but I have so many issues with this game. Unfortunately, that's just what's up with the 5.5 with a 9.4 score for critics. That's not great. Okay, but we're gonna go to Ghost of Tsushima. Let's go there. Let's see what they have to say about Ghost of Tsushima. 9.2 user score. Okay? That's friggin' insane. So it's got a Metascore of 83 with 96 critic reviews. Then it has a 9.2 score with 6,337 ratings. Let's go to the user reviews. Love it. At first I struggled with the combat mechanics, but after a couple of hours in, okay, 20 hours in, also hard difficulty, and still chapter 1 running around, I found this game is a blast and glad I spent my money on it instead of the dreaded Last of Us 2. One of the best games of the summer. This is how you make a great story in game. Graphics 10, combat 10, open world activities 10, story 10. I don't know what it is about Ghost of Tsushima, but it is highly addicting. The graphics are above average, and the gameplay is story where this game truly shines. Great graphics. The combat takes a few missions to get to practice, but one of the top PS5 games ever. There's so many friggin', it's insane. You wouldn't believe how many positive reviews there are like that. I went down. Some people are saying this is the best game of all time. Now, I want to show you something really cool that's happening on Twitter. And I'm not, I go on Twitter. I'm pretty political. It's not my favorite thing in the world. I hate Donald Trump. But here, I want to show you guys something. I want to show you all of the pictures that people are uploading about Ghost of Tsushima. It's absolutely insane. You're going to be blown away. Let's go to photos. The game is so friggin'. It's. I think this is going to be my statement. I think this is the most beautiful game of all time. So let's check this out. Fox. You can pet foxes in the friggin' game, man. It's so hilarious. Look at how beautiful this is. Friggin' insane. Look at this. Just writing a haiku. Super cool. People are uploading their photos, and they're like, this is the black and white Kurosawa version that you can have. I'm like, look, you can play this game in black and white, like the old samurai films. Man, it's so cool. You can stop and go in photo mode and just take awesome pictures like this, just the little landscapes and stuff like that. It's really cool. Let's go. Let's go take a look at some of the other, look, just oh my god, look at the sheer fucking beauty of this game. I can't get over it. I feel like I try to take a picture every 10 minutes of this game. And I'm, annoying my chat. Watch this. Look at this. This is crazy. It's absolutely amazing. Just the beauty of it's one of the best games of all time. If you're a gamer and you want to see shit like this, look, I mean, it's just some of the best combat I've ever played. If you like adventure games, the sword fighting is amazing. You can do stealth like Assassin's Creed. You can go in there like a samurai and take out 10 dudes. Just it's friggin' insane. And I spent a good 2 hours on Twitter just chatting people with Ghost of Tsushima last night, and people were just so happy how much effort Sucker Punch put into this game. I think this is going to win Game of the Year. That's my prediction. Even if Cyberpunk 2077 comes out and it's amazing, I don't see how this game doesn't win Game of the Year. It's just so insane. The amount of effort that was put into the story and research about feudal Japan and the Mongols, and just the lore behind every single item in the game, the swords, the longbow, each of the characters' backstories, the non-playable characters, the beautiful parts of the island. Each area of the island has lore. It's just so friggin' crazy. I'm actually going to be doing an extended review video on this. This is going to be my first ever review for a game on the channel. I think it's going to be a long one because I have a lot of things to say about this, just in the way that it has impacted me so far. I've only played it for 7 or 8 hours, but I can't believe, look at this. The environments are just friggin' insanely beautiful. Sometimes I just want to stand and appreciate how amazing the graphics are. And there's not a lot of games that you can say that about. You know what I mean? It kind of reminds me of a mix of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Assassin's Creed. That's what it kind of reminds me of. But I think it's better than every single one of those games. I just you can't. I don't know. It's about the personalized experience. Like we were doing the main quest yesterday. We're like, okay, like we'll go do one or two side quests or something, right? And we went and did like 4 or 5 side quests and got sidetracked. And those side quests were super rewarding. It was just like so much friggin' fun. It was really something else. But yeah, I am so impressed by this game. I give it a 10 out of 10. I've only played it for 7 hours so far, and that's what I'm going to be doing tonight, actually. So tonight I will be playing some Ghost of Tsushima. Uh, what time is it now? 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think I'm just going to go live at 2:30 and say fuck it, and just go like not even wait till 3 or 4 o'clock. I want to play the game so friggin' bad. After the stream last night, I needed to get some work done for the podcast and other videos this week, but I seriously wanted to reschedule everything to play the friggin' game. Like that's how good the game is. It's really crazy. So, so yeah, that is what I think about Ghost of Tsushima. I highly recommend if you're a gamer and you have a PS4 that you go check it out and you go play the game for yourself. Like I don't know. I have to write all my thoughts down concisely, organize them because I'm just so blown away by it. Like I don't know. I've never seen a more beautiful game. It's hard for me to say otherwise. Yeah. By the way, Rick, who's in the chat, Rick Hoppy used to work for Disney, an animator, knows a ton about this stuff. He was talking about some of the different techniques they use in gaming and animation. And he was telling me about them last night, and I was just like blown away. So yeah, everyone, this has been the first episode of the Fandom Media Focus podcast. We're going to be doing this every Monday. We'll have different news topics to talk about. Like I said, this week is more of like a little bit of a preview of what's to come this weekend. We have the Xbox Game Showcase, and then we have the San Diego Comic-Con stuff. So there'll be more new. We could probably just do a follow-up episode on all the stuff we talked about this week. But if you do want to see a topic covered on the new Fandom Media Focus, let me know. Fandommediatube at gmail.com, fandommediatube on Twitter, Fandom Media on Facebook, and Fandom Media Tube on Instagram. All the links to my social media in the description of the video. Let me know what kind of content you would love me to cover on this Fandom Media Focus. So yeah, we got a new live stream every Monday. Of course, every Friday we'll still have the same live stream at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Once a month we'll have the podcast a surprise. You can find the link to that Witcher podcast in the description of the video. I think we have 6 or 7 episodes out now, so really excited about how that's going. Really love that. It's been super fun to do that. Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna do maybe a Disney Plus video. I haven't decided yet. I might do a Ghost of Tsushima stream all day. Wednesday is reserved from the Witchers for now on. Witcher Wednesdays, I'm going to be doing a Witcher video. There's actually an article from RedanianIntelligence.com that we haven't covered in this video because I'm doing a whole video on it on Wednesday. David Peterson, language creator from Game of Thrones, also creates languages, Elder Speech, for The Witcher. A big article was put out about that on Redanian Intelligence, and there's a preview about some new character stuff that we're going to see. So Witcher Wednesday, we're going to have a video. Thursday, like I think we have this is in the San Diego Comic-Con stuff. Wednesday, we will also probably be doing the San Diego Comic-Con panel stuff. We'll watch that together. And then Thursday, we're going to probably do some more news. We'll see what happens with that. Friday, we're doing another Witcher stream. We're going to talk about either some Witcher Season 2 news, or I'll do some Witcher 3, the Wild Hunt Gaming. And then we'll decide what we're going to do on the weekend. But lots of content coming on the channel, everyone. I'm really excited to be back full time. I'm trying to get some things organized. Unfortunately, this computer is dying on me, so I had to get a new computer in the time of the pandemic. I decided to not go for a laptop because I need to do heavy editing, I need to do gaming on the channel, and I got a desktop computer. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit of expensive, but it is what it is. It's an investment. I got an Alienware rig, super excited about that. We'll be gaming some PC games on the channel too. So, yeah. What does everybody think about the new podcast? Like the concept of it? So yeah, if you do want to support the channel, you can do so by hitting that join button. Like I said, it's pinned in the comment section, by the way, everyone. If you go to the top of the chat, you can hit that little blue tab, and you can hit that join button. You get new emojis. We got new emojis that we got made, which are super cool. $4.99 a month, by the way, everyone. Content, bonus content from the channel. I'm just gonna put the emojis in the chat that you can see. By the way, we got the 8-bit coin from Mario as an emoji. We have these. Do you see the Geralt emoji? How ridiculous is that? We have Mario, and then we have the saying level up, and then we have the Fandomedia helmet. Of course. Oh, I see a couple people who have pressed that join button in the chat. We have the real YT and Rick in there. Also, I completely revamped my Patreon. Really got some really cool stuff that's planned for that. Got an audio feed that's coming for that. People that sign up for our Patreon, gonna start calling you the Fandolorians. Okay, so you can find the link to my Patreon in the description of the video. You can sign up for $1, $2, $3, $5, whatever you want. If you want to support the channel, it really helps out, of course. And if you want, really appreciate it. If you don't, that's cool too. But that's in the link in the description of the video. Got all sorts of awesome bonus content on the way. Of course, if you want to chat with me, Twitter, all the social media, link in the description of the video. Follow the Facebook page. I post my events when I'm going live, updates and all that kind of stuff. And usually I do it on my Instagram too. So if you want to know when I'm going live or what's coming up next in the channel, you can check out my social media. I usually post a day before, the day of, or whatever. So to kind of give a little bit of a heads up for what's coming. Thanks for joining everyone, and I really appreciate you watching. Now, here's some outro music as we end the stream. Thanks for watching.